Hi dear students, now we shall discuss the exercise 10.1 in the chapter circle. So the first question in this exercise is, how many tangents can a circle have? So the circle can have how many tangents? We have to give the answer. If suppose we have a circle, at this point, at one point we can have only one tangent. Okay, at one point we can have only one tangent. Maximum tangents we can draw to circle at a point. At a point is only one. Now see here, in the question they have not mentioned at a point, the word at a point. How many tangents can a circle have? Okay, they have not mentioned the point at a point. Okay, so that word is not used. Means a circle can have infinite number of tangents. I can draw here, D here, wherever it is. Okay, so circle can have infinite number of tangents. The answer for the first question is infinite tangents. Okay, write it. So the answer for the first question is infinite tangents. Okay, instead of this, if they said at a point, you should give the answer as one tangent, only one tangent. If they mentioned the word at a point. Okay, now let us move for the second question. Those are fill in the blanks. So in that second main first question, a tangent to a circle intersect it in dash point. So if suppose I draw a tangent to a circle here, so this tangent always intersect a circle at a point. Okay, so this is what in that blank space you can write a tangent to a circle intersect it in one point, you can say. Okay, in the blank space you can write one. Okay, so that is the answer for first one point. Now second question, in that second main only, a line intersecting to a circle, in 2 points is called as what? If suppose there is a line which intersects a circle in 2 points, so this is the line, this line intersects the circle in 2 points. This is known as what? Secant. So secant is the line which intersects a circle in 2 points. Okay, so they have not mentioned a line segment, they said it as a line. If they said a line segment, it will be chord. Okay, so the answer for second one is a secant. Okay, in that blank space you can write it as a secant. In the blank space you can write it as what? Secant. Next, third one, a circle can have dash parallel tangents at the most. Dash parallel tangents at the most. How many parallel tangents can a circle have? So here I can draw one parallel line. Okay, so here I can draw another one parallel line. So these two are parallel tangents. Okay, circle can have at the most 2 parallel tangents. Okay, so these are the two. If suppose I draw another line here parallel to these two, it will be not a tangent, it will be a secant. So only the 2 parallel tangents we can draw. You may think in this way also. So here one parallel tangent I can draw, here another one parallel tangent, here another one parallel tangent. No, those are not parallel tangents. Means only 2 parallel tangents a circle can have at the most. Okay, so at the most 2 parallel tangents are there in a circle. So you can write the answer as what? A circle can have dash. In place of that blank space you can write 2 parallel tangents. Okay, in that space you can write as what? 2. Next, fourth one, the common point of a tangent to a circle and a circle is called what? So already said him. So the common point of, what is that? The common point of a tangent to a circle and the circle is called. The common point of a tangent to a circle and the circle is called. Okay. Now this is what a common point of circle and the tangent. Okay. So tangent and circle intersecting at this point. This point is called as what? Point of contact. Okay. So otherwise, in this way also they can say what it is. So I can draw a radius from the center of circle. So then a tangent. Then a tangent. So this point is also called as what? Tangent. Sorry, this point is also called as what? Point of contact. Okay. This is the point of intersection of the tangent and the radius drawn from the center of the circle also you can say. Okay. So here they said that it is the point of contact between tangent and the circle. Okay. That is what? So this is point of contact or point of intersection of a circle and tangent is called as what? Point of contact. Otherwise, so point of intersection of tangent and the radius drawn from the center of the circle is also called as what? Point of contact. So here the answer for the fourth question, in the blank space you can write it as what? Point of contact. In the blank space you can write it as point of contact. Now let us move for the third main. What it is? Third main is there. See the question. A tangent PQ at a point P of a circle of radius 5 cm meets a line through the center at a point Q so that OQ is equal to 12 cm. Length PQ is, we have to find PQ. A tangent PQ at a point P of a circle of radius 5 cm. Let us draw a circle with the center as O. Okay. Now, tangent PQ, there is a tangent. Let us draw a tangent. Okay, this is a tangent. Tangent PQ at a point P of a circle. At a point P of a circle, radius 5 cm. From here to here, how much it is? 5 cm. Okay. Radius 5 cm meets a line through the center of circle O. Then at a point Q so that OQ is equal to 12 cm. So this is, I will take this PQ as a tangent. Okay. So let us take this as PQ as a tangent. Now let's extend this. They said that OQ is how much it is? 12 cm from O to Q. OQ is a 12 cm. OQ is 12 cm. Now what we have to find? Length PQ. We have to find this length PQ. Okay. Already we derived one theorem here. What it is? So these two lines are perpendicular with each other. Those are radius of circle from center to a point of contact and the tangent. So these two are perpendicular to each other. Means here is a 90 degree. Now this is given and this side is given, this side is given. OPQ is what? It is a right angled triangle. It is a right angled triangle. So by applying Pythagoras theorem, we can find what? Third side PQ. In right angled triangle OPQ. Now let us apply Pythagoras theorem. Hypotenuse square OQ square is equal to OP square plus PQ square. This PQ we have to find. OQ square, how much it is? 144 is equal to OP square 25 plus PQ square. Now PQ square will be 144 minus 25. So that will be 119. Am I right? 119. 24. Okay, right. 44 it is. Now PQ is equal to what? Root of 119 centimeter. Here they are given in terms of centimeter. So therefore PQ value is how much? Root 119 centimeter. Okay, this is the answer for which question it is? Third one it is. Okay, this is the answer for the third question. Now let us go for the fourth question. So that is the last question in this exercise. Draw a circle and two lines parallel to a given line such that one is a tangent and other a secant to a circle. So we have to draw two lines. Draw a circle and two lines. First we shall draw a circle. I'll draw a circle. Draw a circle and two lines parallel to a given line such that one is a tangent and other is a secant. We can draw any two lines, but in that two lines, one must be secant and other must be what? Tangent. Now we'll draw a tangent first here. So tangent is nothing but it intersects the circle at 1.1, exactly at one point. Okay. So I'll draw a line in tangent here. Okay, right. Now for this tangent, I have to draw what? Another line, that is secant. So secant must be intersect the circle in 2 points. Means secant is a line that intersects the circle in 2 points. So this is secant and this is a tangent. These two must be what? Parallel to each other, they said. So these two are parallel to each other. So I mentioned this. This has secant and this has a tangent. Okay. Now this completes the exercise. Okay. So this is very small exercise. So but we can expect a 1 mark question. That too, it may be multiple choice question or 1 mark question. Means you have to answer. You have to write it. You have to write the answer. Okay. So we can expect 1 mark question in this exercise. Now let us discuss the next concept, that is number of tangents from a point to a circle. What is that? Number of tangents. Number of tangents from a point to a circle. So number of tangents from a point to a circle. How many number of tangents we can draw from a point? We don't know. So that point is inside the circle, or that point is on the circle, or the point is outside the circle. So let us take one circle here. So this is a circle. Okay. First we shall assume that this is the center O. So we will assume a point P. It is inside the circle. Let us assume that point P is inside the circle. Now from this point P, so how many number of tangents we can draw to a circle? We can draw to a circle. Now if suppose I draw a line passing through this point, so it may not be tangent, it will be the secant. So if I draw like this, it will become secant. Now if I draw a line in this direction, again this will be what? Secant. If I draw line passing through this point in this way, again it will be what? Secant. So any direction you can draw, from any direction you can draw through this point P, I am not getting a tangent. Okay. If suppose there is a point P inside the circle, no tangents can be drawn. Okay. Keep it in mind. Next I will go for another point. If suppose there is a point P on the circle, there is a point P on the circle. Let us assume that this is a point P on the circle. Now how many tangents I can draw to this circle through this point P? Now through this point P I can draw only one tangent. Okay, tangent is nothing but it is the line passing through only one point it is. Okay, so I can draw only one tangent if that point lies on the circle. Okay, so here is no tangents can be drawn if that point P inside the circle. So I can draw only one tangent to a circle if that point P lies on the circle. Now, if that point is outside the circle, so let us take one circle here. Okay, so let us assume that this is a circle with the center O, and now I will take the point P here. Okay, from this point P, how many tangents I can draw to this circle? I have to get it. So from this point P, I can draw a circle to this. I can draw a tangent to this circle like this. So tangent must passing through only one point. Okay. So this is one tangent from this point. Another tangent also I can draw like this. Okay. So this is another tangent. So this is also another tangent. Okay. So now there are maximum 2 tangents I can draw from a point if that point P outside the circle. Okay. So inside the circle is there point, no tangents can be drawn. That the point P is on the circle, I can draw only one tangent. The point P outside the circle, from this point P, I can draw two tangents. Number of tangents from a point to a circle. 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 So here only one tangent, no tangents, two tangents. Okay. So let us take this point as A. That is point of intersection of tangent and circle. So here must be only one point. Okay. So if you draw it with instruments, so that tangent always pass through one point only. So this I will take point B. Now, so there is one statement, means it is a theorem. We have to prove it. What it says means PA is equal to PB. There is another theorem is there. We have to prove that theorem. So that is very important for 2 marks. Okay. Let us derive that theorem. Now, before deriving this theorem, you copy this. Put as note the first note. That is, there is no tangent to a circle passing through a point lying inside the circle. If suppose the point lying inside the circle, no tangents can be drawn. Next, second one. There is one and only one tangent to a circle passing through a point lying on the circle. If suppose the point is on the circle, we can draw only one tangent to this point. Okay, only one tangent can be drawn. Next, the third note it is. There are exactly two tangents to a circle through a point lying outside the circle. If suppose that point lying outside the circle, we can draw maximum 2 tangents. Okay. First you copy this note. Now we can derive the theorem. So you pause the video and note this. Now we'll go for the theorem. So that is the length of tangents drawn. So these are the tangents drawn from an external point. So external point is nothing but so the point lies outside the circle. That is external point. We have to prove what? So these are the two tangents. So I'll take this as point A and this as point B. PA must be equal to PB. I have to prove. So what it is? Lengths of tangents. PA is a tangent. PB is also tangent. Length of tangents drawn from an external point. Drawn from an external point to a circle are equal. Means so these two lengths are equal. We have to prove. Okay. Now, so let us construct a diagram first. So let us take circle. Here is a circle with the center I will take as O. So this is a circle with center O. Okay. Now I will take the point P, which is outside the circle. It is an external point. Okay. P is an external point. Now from this point I have to draw tangents. Now here I will draw tangent from this point P. Now this I will take as PA. This is the point A. Okay. Otherwise you can extend this also, no problem at all. You can extend or leave it, no problem. Next I will go for otherwise you can extend, no problem. Then PB I will take another tangent. Point P. You can draw this with a scale. Okay. Now this I will take this as point B. Now PA and PB are the lengths of tangents from an external point. PA and PB are the lengths of tangents from an external point. I have to prove that PA is equal to PB. These two lengths are equal. I have to prove. Now, So let us join OB. So and OA. Here OB is also radius, OA is also radius. So here OB is radius, PB is tangent, point B is the point of contact. Now I can say that this angle is how much? 90 degree. Can I say? So because the last class we derived the theorem. So radius and the tangent both are perpendicular to each other. Means this angle is 90 degree. And here also this is also how much it is? Also 90 degree. Radius and tangent are perpendicular to each other. Now again I will join what? OP. Now I will join OP. There are two triangles formed. Those are two right angle triangles, I can say. Two right angle triangles. OBP. One right angle triangle. Another is OAP. Okay. First I'll write construction. Draw a circle. Draw a circle with I'll keep there with the center O. Let P be an external point. P be an external point. And draw tangents PA and PB to a circle. Pull fine. Okay. Next, join OB, OA and OP. Okay, this is all about construction. Now I am going to prove. I'll give the proof now. Okay. So the angle, what I can write? Since OB and OA are radii of circle, comma, PB and PB are tangents. So P and PB are tangents. Therefore, now I can write here. Therefore, angle OBP is equal to angle OAP is equal to how much? 90 degree. So because OA and OB are radii, PA and PB are tangents. Okay. So means already we derived a theorem. So angle between the radii and the tangent is 90 degree. Therefore I can write it as 90 degree. Now next, in right angled triangle, which are those? OBP and another right angle triangle, OAP. Okay. In this one, what I can say? OB is equal to OA. Can I write? OB is equals to OA. Why? Because these two are radii. So these two are the radii of the circle, of the same circle. That two radii of the same circle. Okay, radii of same circle I can write. Radii of same circle. So those two must be equal. Then OP is the common for these two triangles. Okay, I will use the concept here congruency. What? Congruency. So OP is common side of these two triangles. OP is common side. Okay. So two conditions I got. So yes and yes I got. Now I will go for a angle. That is OBP is equal to angle OAP. What this is? So because this is equal to 90, I can say this is equal to 90, otherwise leave it 90 degree. So what is the condition I can write here? Angle between reason, angle between radii and tangent. Angle between radii and tangent. Instead of saying radii, you can say it as radius. Radius. Angle between radius and tangent. Now, I got three conditions. These two angles are equal to 90 degree and I got two sides are equal. Now, I can say that therefore triangle OBP is congruent to triangle OAP because give the reason. So reason is also very important. You must give the reason. What is the reason I can give here? Already we have studied. That is right RHS congruency. RHS congruency means so hypotenuse of right angle triangle. So that is on those two angles are 90 degree. Right angled hypotenuse and side. So hypotenuse, so those are we have to what is that? OP are the hypotenuse for those two triangles. Okay, because 90 degrees here, hypotenuse must be OP. So this will be OP, O equal to OP I can write. Hypotenuse, then right angle means these two angles are 90 degree. Then one side must be, that is OB equal to OA. So by using RHS congruency, I can say that these two triangles are congruent. Now, but what I am going to prove? I am going to prove that PA is equal to PB. So now these two triangles are congruent. Therefore, now I can write as PA is equal to PB or PB is equal to PA. PB is equal to PA. Why? So that is because of CPCT. So corresponding parts of congruent triangles. Corresponding parts of congruent triangles. Now this is how we can prove it. Okay. First you draw the diagram, then you can write the construction. Whatever constructed, you write it first in your own way. So then after proof you can write. But most of you will do the mistake here only. Congruence, RHS. So most of you will write SAS. It is not SAS, it is RHS. You cannot write SAS here. It may not be the SAS. It must be always RHS only. Okay. So keep it in mind. So this is very important for 2 marks. So remember this, how to derive this theorem.